Greetings to you, my fellow Africans in the diaspora, including African Americans. This message to you today is actually directly to you, the African Americans, and also Africans in the diaspora. It is very important for me to bring this to you today because I want us to come together to realize the fact that we all know or we are aware that Africa is a continent where people refer to as poor, as broke, as bad, ugly, and so on. But you and I know it's not the same way. Africa is a beautiful place. Africa is a place full of good resources. Africa is a place with good people, humble-hearted people. We all loving each other, family-oriented. Africa is a place where it is nowhere compared to any place on earth, including America. It is a time for us to start building our home. It is time for us to go back, to start building Africa the way we want it to be. Africa can only become what we want it to be. I know today we blame our leaders, and we blame colonizations and everything like that. Yes, from the very beginning of time, in 400 years ago, we were colonized and we slaved into America, into Europe, and other part of the Caribbean areas. But slavery is not abolished. We all still remain in mental slavery. And for that reason, colonizers have been using the opportunity to be able to interfere with our affairs and take control over us. But I believe that we are all educated enough and aware of the fact that we can always make change. That change lies in our hands. Our hands can do the change that we need. We cannot keep talking about the problems without solving it. It won't solve itself. And therefore, I know that we're all aware that most of our manpowers in Africa are now based in the United States. We have doctors, we have engineers, we have IT professionals, and so not name the rest of them. No matter how much you try to integrate with the white people, with America, but in the end of the day, America, it is not for black people. It is not for us Africans. A few months ago, we all protest of George Floyd's situation. And my condolence to the family still today. We've seen a lot has happened before that. Right where we're protesting, another black man was shot. Another black man was almost arrested also in the New York part, falsely accused by a white lady. And as I'm talking to you right now, a few days ago, another black man was shot in Wisconsin, 13 bullets, 13 times in his back, unarmed. And what they can say is that they thought that he had a knife. Where? Open hands, walking towards his car. It is a time for us to start thinking, knowing that the people, the other race, stick with their own and they support their own. It is time for us to support our own, to build our continent. We cannot let other people build it for us. Europe is not going to come build it for us. Of course, we all know that our civilization built the Western civilization. Our engineers actually built America. Our technology actually built America. We all know that we are brave people, smart, strong, healthy. And that is why we get threatened when we go anywhere, because they know how strong and powerful we are. I believe together we can start building again our infrastructure. We can start building again our civilization. We have everything it takes in Africa to build the civilization. But until we start coming together and working together, we have to form center of excellence in Africa, in different countries, different regions. I am not going to identify myself as a particular country because it doesn't matter what language I speak. I am an African. It doesn't matter what country I come from. It doesn't matter if I speak French, I speak English, I speak Portuguese, I speak Spanish, or I speak whatever dialect, whether it's Yoruba, Igbo, or Zulu, or Swahili, or and so Lingala, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter what language I speak, what dialect I speak. For I am an African and I'm proud an African. It is a time for us in the diaspora to come back, to come together and start building our own infrastructure, because home is always home. No matter how much we feel like we are accepted or we have a home in America, you all know, you and I know that for a fact that no matter what big house you may have in the United States, no matter how much you make yourself comfortable in the United States or in the diaspora, or even in Europe, in Asia, whatever country you find yourself outside of the continent of Africa, you all know that you always hunger for home. You always want to go back home. You always feel when you go back to Africa, you feel, man, I am in the motherland. That is how home feels, because that is where you come from. And to us, African Americans, it doesn't matter how much we struggle to integrate here. It doesn't matter how much you try to be in the system, because the Western system was built to stay superior over any other race. No matter how much you try to penetrate into it, no matter how much you try to destroy it, it was built in blood. It was built in struggle, hard work, in slavery, in suppression, whatever you want to put it together. That is how it was built, to always suppress people that are of not the same skin, color, continent, country. That is how it was built. It is better for us to start understand that it is time for us to pack our bags and go back home and make Africa the way we want it to be. I tell you what, and trust me, if we all black people live in the United States will become a third world country. It doesn't matter, you know. You can agree with me or disagree with me, but that's for a fact that I know. I have taken my time to study this system, see how it works, see how they hold everybody captive. Corporate America hold everybody as a debtor. We are all in debt to the society of America. That is exactly how the system has been working for 400 years. Has decided to suppress the African people, suppress